You become close, and your families become close because your wives are widows during the season a little bit as far as how we work and how we work. Certainly have a lot of respect for them.
How will your involvement on the defense as a head coach, how does that change?
Well, I mean, again, I'll be very involved with what we do. I hired Dan Quinn, who philosophically is on the same page of what we want to do. I can leave the meeting room for an afternoon and come back and nothing's changed. We don't have the same terminology. We believe in the same things and how you play. He's as good a front coach as I've been around, so having him on the front end and then I'm helping on the back end is certainly a benefit for us, but I'll be heavily involved.
Yeah, on game day would be a big difference for you?
Well, again, just as far as managing the games, that added responsibility, but you're always kind of doing that anyway, you're a coordinator. So, but yeah, I look forward to that opportunity.
What the first 3 months been like for you?
Really good. I think that we've got an outstanding administration as far as Dr. Bernie Matchin and Jeremy Foley. There was a lot of really good things in place. Urban did a phenomenal job. So my philosophy is going to evaluate where things are. Do they match philosophically with what you want? If it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay, so that's basically what I've done, and our players have responded. I think we've got a really good off-season program in the spring ball, and now where we are going into summer.
Any surprises that maybe you didn't anticipate, or just things that kind of popped up?
No, not really. I'm just dealing with people, and there's always issues that pop up, but certainly nothing that we haven't been able to overcome.
Will, you talked often about that you and Charlie are on the same page philosophically. In a nutshell, what would you say is your offensive philosophy?
Well, be multiple and do what your players can do. I've said this before. I don't believe whether you're on offense or defense, you take a scheme and throw it on your players and say this is what we are. You got to do a good job of evaluating your talent and see what you can. Don't ask them to do something they can't. Let's put them in a situation where they can be successful. So that's what we've done. We've identified playmakers offensively. We've identified the things we feel like our strengths are, and we've curtailed our offense to be what we can be based on those guys. And so, granted, I'd love to be 50-50 balanced down the middle, running and pass. And I think when you become too one-dimensional, I'm just looking at it from a defensive perspective, that makes it pretty easy for you. When you're a one-dimensional team, you've got to be balanced in what you do, especially in this league. And everybody asks me the difference in this league and all the other leagues, defensive line. We'll look at the NFL draft every year. Look at the number of guys drafted.
With so many guys that brought in that had the NFL background, and this is your first real full cycle for recruiting, how are they adjusting to this?
I think outstanding. I mean, Dan is very personable. The one thing that I was amazed at him at the Miami Dolphins was his connection with our older players and younger players that were coming out of college. He did a great job of building that bond. Charlie's outstanding recruiter was out the entire time you could be out in spring evaluation period. Frank Reducci, again, all of these guys have college background. They weren't all just pro guys. Frank Reducci was at Iowa for over 10 years. So those are the 3 main NFL guys that are part of what we've hired on our staff, and all of them have college background and have recruited. And I think it's been outstanding.